We're back. This is the all-new project. It is a 1990 Honda Civic ED6. As you can tell, this car needs a lot of love, and I want to bring it back to life. So we've got a lot of really cool parts with it, some really rare JDM stuff that we're going to be putting on this car. So let me take you through a little bit about the car, and we'll show you what it's all about. All right, so that's the car. It's actually in not too bad a shape. The engine, the previous owner spent a lot of love on trying to get this thing back together. He put motorcycle carburetors on it, and it's pretty clean. So I can't fault it too much, but the body obviously needs a lot of love. The interior needs some love, and you know, bring this back down to a JDM classic like we all know that it can be. So some of the parts that I've got for it, they're pretty cool. I pretty much bought the Civic because I was able to find this part, and let me just show you what it is. So this is a full front cut, a JDM front cut off of an EF9. So the EF9 was the SIR Civic in Japan, and came with stock with the B16A VTEC engine. And this is every part that you need to turn the front of that into a full JDM style car. So it comes with a different hood, it comes with different lights, it comes with different bumper, it comes with different corner lights, cluster, comes with the black dash, and the B16A engine with the cable gearbox. All right, so here it is. Just to find, if you guys are into old school Honda stuff, if you're watching this channel, then you have to be into old school Honda stuff. So it's pretty much what I love and what I'm into. So just to find these fog lights is a struggle. They're the yellow OEM fog lights. The EF9 have the different wraparound corner light, the whole different front bumper, the different headlights, a completely different hood. So instead of having a bump in the hood to make room for the B16A, the carbureted ones have a dip in the hood. So just a lot more aggressive look. And here is inside the engine bay. So basically this motor was pulled out of it, but every other single part is in here that I can turn this thing into complete front EF9. So it comes with different guards. It comes with all front suspension. So it comes with the brakes, the larger brakes, the different shocks, different control arms, everything. The other cool thing that I really like about this is it comes with the different, obviously, wiring harness that goes underneath the dash, but also the 8K cluster and all the JDM. And this particular one had 116,000 kilometers on it. The climate control is uncracked, excluding this little bottom bit, but they usually crack just up in here. Now some of your rare little JDM parts, this has actually got the folding mirror option as well, which is pretty cool. Obviously it doesn't come with the mirrors, but has all the wiring and everything for it. All right, so here's the B Series. B Series isn't new. The JDM ones just say B16A stamped basically here. And this is the first generation of them. A few cool other parts that I was able to grab is I got kind of like an Osaka JDM style rear wing. And I picked up EK side skirts. So if you guys know EF or ED Civic stuff, we basically put these side skirts on, flip them upside down, trim them off, and it gives a little extension to the skirt, which is pretty cool. Some other parts that I've been able to pick up is this is a gas tank out of a DA9, and this is rear trailing arms out of a DA9. So as you know, the ED6s are a carbureted motor, so you need to be able to convert them over to fuel injection. So this has got the pump, the cradle, and actually fits up inside the Civic and is able to kind of get the fuel supply all the way through to the front of the car. The rear trailing arms, the Civics come stock with rear drums. So this is kind of like a brake upgrade conversion for the ED Civic. All right, so I'm gonna start ripping into the front end of the Civic and see how far I can get going. I'm gonna probably make this a 8-part episode, hopefully. And you know, we'll start with the engine, then we'll move on to the interior for the next episode, move on to the bodywork for the next episode, and so forth. So follow along, please like, subscribe, share. I appreciate you guys, and let's get cracking into it. I'm stoked. Woo! All right, it's time. So we're gonna start ripping into this thing right away. I'm gonna get it up on the hoist and start figuring out a plan of attack. So let's get it. All right, so the plan of attack here is I'm just going to be disconnecting things. So I'm going to get rid of all of the electrical side, both on the fuel return and on the fuse box side. I'm going to get rid of the battery. I'm going to start getting rid of the radiator, disconnecting the power steering, disconnecting the air conditioning, disconnecting the heater hose and stuff out the back, and start pulling stuff away just so it can be a little bit more free. So let's get into it. Just as an update, I have everything pretty much disconnected around the side. So I've got the harness on the fuse box side, I've got the ground done, I've got the power steering, I've got the AC done, I've pushed forward the alternator, and disconnected the heater hose stuff at the very back. So everything from the top side here is ready to go, and the last things that I got to do is get out the drive shafts on either side, and then I got to get rid of the shift linkage that's hooked onto the back of the gearbox. And then besides that, then I'll have the 3 mounts and the torque mount basically to loosen up, and then I'm actually going to lift the car up and drop the motor down. So next stages, let's get into it. All right, so what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna take off this front subframe, drop it down a little bit, then disconnect the radius rods that are there on both sides. Then I'm gonna be able to get to the exhaust a little bit easier and run my impact gun through there. I'll disconnect it through here. I'll disconnect the J-pipe through here, and then I will move on to the lower control arm side. I'll pull out the lower ball joint, disconnect the tie rod end, and same with the other side. That'll free up the brakes to be able to swing out, and then I'll be able to get to the drive shafts that are in here. So, and then once I got the drive shafts, then the last thing is basically getting to the shift linkage here. And once that's done, then I'm done, and I'm ready to pull out the motor. All right, so I've got majority of the things disconnected up on the Civic. I have done the exhaust all the way straight through back. I've disconnected the shift linkages and taken out the bitch pin that's there. I've got all the engine mounts all loose. So I've taken out the back one, I've got the two front ones loose, and this thing is ready to come out. So how I'm gonna run it, I basically got a jack underneath the engine, and I'll lower it down just a little bit, and then I'll raise up the car. So last time this motor being in this car, so I'm stoked. All right, so I just wanted to take you through a little bit of a walkthrough on where we're at. So I'm pretty happy with the progress so far. Basically, I've got mostly everything stripped out of the engine bay. My next task that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be dropping out this rear subframe that the power steering unit hooks to, that it goes to the steering column. So I'm going to raise up the car, undo the bolts that are attached, undo the pin that hooks onto the steering rack, and then that whole unit should drop out. So, and then after that, I'll probably work on the brake booster and get that out of there, because the SIR has a larger brake booster. So yeah, I'll take you through some of the engine bay now. All right, so we've got pretty much everything out. Obviously all the headlights are out. The wiring is still popping through the firewall. I have the brake lines and brake booster and master cylinder there. So I'll take this off, pull out the booster, and then all that should be able to come out. And I'll also obviously get the wiper motor out of the way. But this is the rear subframe that I'm talking about on getting that out of here. So the next task here is I'm going to disconnect the brakes and get the hubs and everything away from the car and the upper control arm, and drop those all out. So. Alright, so we got this thing pretty much fully gutted. I was able to take out all the wiring on the driver's side and the passenger side. I've got a feeling that the harness is actually different, so I'm pretty sure the harness might be off of a CRX harness, but I'm not 100% sure, because usually with the CRX stuff, it has the resistor box and the wiring for the resistor box here that runs to the injectors, and that harness had been cut all around right here. So I don't know if they were just kind of like using what you needed for the carburetor or the lights and that side of things. So I'm not 100% sure, but regardless of, everything's out. I'm gonna leave the hard brake lines in, and I'm probably just gonna paint them and clean them and stuff like that. So I don't mind painted lines anyways, but and then I'll just tape up some of the breathers and the fuel returns and that sort of thing that's there. So But I'm stoked. Everything's out, which is good. Nice and bare. All right, so I've got everything pretty much ready to go. I've got the car sitting on a dolly, on a tire, and I've got everything pretty much out of the engine bay. The only thing that's left is the brake lines that are sitting in, which I'm okay to paint. Besides that, everything's out. So now it's gonna be time to give it a good scotchy, and I'm gonna push this thing outside and get on the gurney and give it a good clean up. So let's get it. All right, so here we are, ready to lay down a little bit of paint. So I've got the car all prepped up. I got my little makeshift spray booth, and it's time to just get started. So. So I've got all the paint laid down. Looks great. So not too many really issues or anything like that. This direct gloss 1K paint is actually really good, and it hides up a lot of stuff. That's why I like painting it, especially if you're just going with a solid color. So but let me show you a little bit about it. All right, guys, I'm gonna end the episode here. We appreciate you, and please like, comment, and subscribe. It's gonna help me grow the channel to doing more episodes like this and being more dedicated into it. So I got the engine bay all painted, which I'm stoked. It looks great. On the next episode, I'm going to be working on getting the engine in, getting the gas tank in, and probably putting on the rear trailing arms, but we'll see how we go. So please stay tuned, and peace and love. We'll see you on the next one.